done, if there are issues that comes up to resolve this issue on the ground. So Design Tech was the system integrator. That was the role. And
basically, who are the persons involved in this entire agreement?
Person in the sense what?
In the sense, the government, Siemens, and you are saying that Design Tech. Government officials are from your side, your company side, and Design Tech.
So my company side, it's a tripartite agreement. No, it's a tripartite agreement.
Their plan is entirely different. Without knowledge of the Siemens company, you personally had an agreement with the AP government.
Sir,
What they are saying.
sir,
What do you want to say on this?
sir, again, this is a conjecture. Okay, I think the best place for this conjecture to get discussed and found out is in the courts. They have failed to produce a single evidence of this matter in the courts in the last 2.5 years. Statements are very easy to make. Truth is truth. If anybody believes, and if I would find my ex-organization coming in front and saying that this has been done, I would like to challenge them. I would like to, but I'm sure Siemens wouldn't say this. I'm pretty sure they haven't done this. You must ask. You are representing the press. You must ask this. There is a reason why you are called the fourth pillar of democracy. This is for you to ask. The reason I'm coming in front of you as an individual today, and I'm thankful that you are giving me this space to talk, is not just because how I have personally suffered. I can tell you separately how my family is in doldrums. So, administer it through discounts. Siemens and all the partners who gave these extraordinary discounts, grant in kind, they administered it through discounts. Of course, grant in kind, and this is, by the way, I have explained this time and again, over multiple times, to the investigative authorities.
How much of the payment you mentioned in the agreement is tripartite?
I don't exactly remember, but I think it was including taxes. It was 371 crores. Thereafter, the taxes went up because Swachh Bharat tax and all that came up. We absorbed it. Number of centers went up. We absorbed it.
How much Siemens company get from the 371?
Including software, hardware, services. Again, I don't have the figures right now in front of me because after I left Siemens, I don't have any access to any documents. But I would say it's at least about 100 crores. About 1/3 was from Siemens, and the rest 2/3 was from our industry partners. Design Tech MD has written that all 371 crore was. No. I don't think so. No. If you can show it to me, and maybe you should ask the Design Tech MD what he has said. No, Siemens. So the easier question: how much Siemens was paid? Siemens was paid about everything put together was about 100 crores. The rest were spent with to other, like there were hardware vendors. There were
371 crores
came to Design Tech.
from the government to Siemens.
Came to Design Tech. Design Tech was the implementation partner. It came to Design Tech. No, 371 crores came to Design Tech. 371 crores came to Design Tech. Design Tech paid to everybody, including Siemens. When I was in Siemens, this hadn't happened, right? There was a GST investigation that had started because one of the sub vendor did not submit his service tax. And you have to understand, service tax at that point of time, you didn't even know if your sub vendor has given the service tax or not. So there was input to credit taken, etc., etc. And I'm telling you this because it's important that the matter is still not adjudicated. The investigation started in 2017. The matter is still under adjudication. It hasn't even crossed adjudication, right? So this is as far as the service tax is concerned and GST is concerned. And Design Tech, I'm not part of it, so I don't know, but Design Tech is, you can definitely, I'm sure, go and ask Design Tech what is the latest of that state. Just a sec, I think I'm going to finish her answer. The rest, when it happened, I was no more in Siemens. I wrote to Siemens saying such and such is happening. Please support me with an access to the documents. Siemens refused to give me an access to the documents. In written, Siemens refused me. The answer reply came back from the Siemens legal team that you are no more part of Siemens. We will not give you access to the documents. No, when the investigation is on, I'm no more in the company. So since 2018, I'm no more. So I wrote to Siemens asking for access to the documents, and those access were categorically denied for whatever reason. There must be a reason that they have access, but they said they will, whatever, I'm sure implied is that they will work with the investigative agencies and give them the documents or not give them the documents. That's up to Siemens to answer. Sir, any... Okay.
Whatever you are saying is completely wrong. They have got statements from the Siemens. They have letters stating that without their knowledge.
Sir, let me answer one by one. I have especially these days, after all this, I've got a very short memory. Take one by one. So first, I'll come and answer yours. Answer yes. There are enough. Okay, so let me first talk about information of the office. First of all, if you have ever anyone who is seeing this, hearing this, reading this, and who's worked for multinational in the kind of positions that I am in, you will realize that no one in a multinational company can do anything. And I'm mentioning no one, not just at my position, lower, higher, even the chairman of the company can do anything without everybody, at least 20 people in the company being involved, right? So whether it is approval of the project, whether it is approval of the technology, whether it's approval of the pricing, whether it's approval of the contract terms, whether it is approval, everything. And there are enough documentary flows and evidence where my boss, my super boss, is directly writing to Design Tech saying, we need this order, so and so time, and here is a payment term extension. There's all enough documentation. Number question is the dates. It was brought to my notice. I remember specifically the date because it was the last date of June. I didn't realize that time how it missed everybody's attention that there was no date. Incidentally, the date that I remember, Design Tech remembers the same date, APSSDC also remembers the same date. So when the parties who are signatory to the agreement, they all say the date is the same day, then I think that confusion is rest to rest. Right? Because none of us are disputing that I didn't sign on this date, I didn't sign on this area. So everybody is saying that's on the same date. And I can also tell you there was a power cut. In the evening when we were signing, there was a power cut. Candles were brought in till the power was restored. I very vividly remember. So I think that there's no question on the confusion on the date. Sir, again, thankfully at least you have used the word claim. I would rest it at that because I am too small an authority to fight an authority like this. I can only say I have visited their offices more than 26 times, maybe 30 times now. I was not shown any such letter. I was not a single statement has been signed by me. So they have not got me to sign anything. So I have not shown any such letter. I was not shown any such proof. These are all statements. Now, if statements were the truth, then I'm sure the courts would take cognizance of it. And that's possibly the reason why the courts are saying there are no evidences that has been supplied. Court goes by evidence. And I think the judiciary, thankfully, is still the pillar that is giving us the relief, and the judiciary is very clear that there have been not a single evidence, a single iota of evidence, so on and so forth. Sir, I can't say, sir. I don't work for that company or that organization, nor I have friends in that organization, I can't say. But the only thing I can say is the same was the observation by the court as far as they were concerned.
CID is alleging that you made, SUMAN BOSE made
So first of all, none of these companies were shell companies. So first of all, again, I'm not a legal guy, so I'm going to talk in the business sense. No. So all companies finally who delivered the project were selected by Siemens, not me. Like you are representing a media, right? But there's a media behind you. You're not an individual. What you are asking as a question, what you're going to write as a question is the responsibility of your media. Similarly, yes, 100%. And number two is, what is a shell company? A company which is functioning, companies which has employees, the company which is paying salaries, the company which is paying its benefits, the company which is paying taxes. These are all shell companies. One day suddenly somebody says they're shell companies. So I may also as well say that you guys don't even exist. Does that make it truth? Any more truth than you saying that I didn't exist over here? This was a robo who came in and sat over here and spoke? That isn't truth. The truth is right in the front.